So after realizing that trying to edit videos on Linux is a lost cause, as it is with many things on Linux, I will try to make this video as precise and quickly as possible. So I promised Jonas I would do this video trying to explain my ideas of how products should work in his game startup company. So yeah, let's see. Starting out, the product button here doesn't really make sense. First of all, we are talking about competitors, and the product here it just doesn't feel right. I would rather have it here. You don't. I think Jonas said something like the problem is when you bind it to the CTO and you fire him that you don't have access to your product, but then either you add it down here like your own product, or you just keep it here. Like you can still click here, just have the create product button somewhere else. Right, that's like one thing. Just have it over here. Then I think currently the idea with frameworks and platforms is just not very good. So it's in the early stages, yes, but I would like to have it changed quite a bit. So the first problem is, first of all, nobody will click up here, but if they do, they will see this, and then they realized why they wouldn't click up here because it just doesn't tell them anything. From what does mux modules mean, or what does mux stack? None of these things ring any bells except the price per user. The problem is that I don't know how much I make per user. Of course, that should be dynamic, but I don't know that dynamic. I have no idea. So showing me a price is just, it doesn't help, right? This is a lot of information I basically can't use because I have no idea what's going on. The next thing is the new version thing. It just isn't really intuitive. Like if I create my product, I would think I build a foundation, right? Like with everything, you build a foundation. So I start out with a framework, I select a platform, and then I would like to improve that, right? But we are not improving it. Instead, we are selecting a new framework and doing all this over again. And I think it's just the fun is lost. I think you kind of have to see it like an incremental thing where you're just improving and improving. This doesn't feel like it because you can't see your improvement. You're just doing this, and the only indication you have is this quality score here, and it's just not enough. Like, for example, I could simply just put a lot of web front end modules here, and up my QS like that. It's just weird. So I think Jonas changed that. But it's just weird. Like, why do I have to select another framework? Are we building another product? No, we're building the same product. Why are we doing this again? What I would rather see is that when I create a product, I create like a backend for it, right? And then I create, I don't know if that's a good idea, but I have this one module over here. We call it backend, and then it has a level and has some stuff to it, and I can click on improve. What will happen is it will show me, because that's another issue, it will show me what I have to do to improve this one thing, and then I commit to it or I don't. So because currently the way it works is, okay, I decide I wanna upgrade, so I go to the framework, I go to platform, and then I have these things. So I don't know from just thinking, I don't know how I built my CEO module. I think it's backend and semantic module. I don't know. I also don't have them, so I go back. Right, I set everything up to create them, and then right, and then it's back again, right? Going here, just to say, oh right, we need a content management module. right? This is just a lot of clicking, and it just doesn't seem. It's just weird. Also, like, why would I have the choice of different amounts? That also, it just seems weird to me, this entire thing. I would rather have it like a contract, but to myself, right? Where I click here, there's a button here, right? We have my module. I click here, and it tells me what I have to do, and then I just collect them, and then I say, okay, I want to commit to this, and I go to contract. So we have an extra thing here for a product. Or we go to the CTO and say, okay, I got my modules together. I want to upgrade this now. So then the next thing, right? So that is what I would do there. The next thing is that I think it would be the users and income. You said Jonas said, I don't want to address him directly. Maybe someone else sees this video. But Jonas said that he hasn't completed the feature yet, and I hope that's the case because it's really weird right now. So let's see, I have 331 users. So I have a campaign going. I've got 69 users. I know, very funny. Oh, he's right now at home, so let's see. Button, come on, there we go. And now we just wait. So he just completes this campaign, and I paid good money for it. And there we go. So we just earned users. I don't get a report of how effective that was, but so now I have my users, and now we can just wait, and we'll say it doesn't grow organically. Nothing happens. I also have no indication of what my QS does to my users. Is it improving my users? Is it improving my income? Is it improving both? It just doesn't really give me this feedback. So this is meant as an end game thing. So currently I do most of my money through contracts, right? And this doesn't really seem enticing. 25 a month, what do I make with this easy contract? This is a super easy contract. I need some network components. We're right now working we're right now 3, 4, 5, 6 people. No, wait, what? 5 people. We're right now 5 people working on this, right? This is done, right? No problem. And I make 44. That's pretty nice, right? And this is after taxes, I can't even pay my meal for a single person here. So this isn't really interesting, the money aspect. So for now, right, I want to grow it, and I think it's just not dynamic enough to have just these 3 numbers. I would rather have like something like user happiness, and right, so I can improve user happiness, or I can improve income, and when users are happy, they come more, and so I'm trying to balance user happiness and my income, basically, maybe similar to that, right? So I can get more money, but people get less happy, so I need to improve user happiness, and so on and so forth, and have that, some kind of more management, because just creating this is not going to be really interesting. Like, this is less fun than just completing contracts till I'm on the highest level, which is nice too, for sure. But Jonas called it a Mark Zuckerberg simulator. So for a Mark Zuckerberg simulator, this feature needs to be way bigger. Because right now contracts are just in every way are better. I get more money. I progress faster from what I've seen. I've not yet done much with this, as you can see. So yeah, it just needs more. It's currently way too small and way too limited in scope. Yeah, way too limited in scope to be interesting for an endgame kind of thing, right? So yeah, the marketing guy and everything, that's nice, but I would really like organic growth. I would like to have user interaction, or interaction with my users, quote unquote, through trying to balance my product. And then of course, with my with the competition too. Right. So right now, can I wait? Right now I can delete my competitors. Well, then that's going to be easy. So I know this isn't finished yet, but right, I would like that to happen. So yeah.